Hello friends, welcome back. I am Professor Anuja Pallade. Today in this video we are going to see the components of ER model. I hope you have seen my previous video because to know the ER model you must know about what is entity, entity type and entity sets are. So let's move with basic elements of an ER diagram. So there are three basic elements of an ER diagram, that is entity, attribute and relationship. We have seen that entity is nothing but a real world object that has a physical existence called entity, and the attributes are nothing but the database components, or you may call it as they are the column existence. So relationship are nothing but the aggregation between the two entities, or whatever the relationship of two entities are going to be maintained is nothing but relationship in a DBMS. So apart from these three main basic part of an ER model, we have also learn here that what is weak entity, multi-valued attribute, derived attribute, weak relationship and the recursive relationship. For showing this relationship, there are the specific symbols they have noted as a standard. So we have to maintain that symbols while drawing the ER model. Entity relationship model describes interrelated things of interest in a specific domain of knowledge. A basic ER model is composed of an entity types and the specific relationship that are exist between the entities. So in term of DBMS, entity is a table or an attribute of an table of a database. So by showing the relationship among the tables and their attributes, we have to show the ER model. ER model and ER diagram are same. ER diagram shows complete logical structure of an database. See here, let's understood with an example that why ER model is required. Whenever we are going to construct a building, we are not directly asked to the builder and directly take the bricks and we are starting with the walls. This is not happen in that case. We have to first go to the architecture and take a plan. If we like the plan, we follow that plan. Am I correct? So ER model, ER diagram is nothing but the logical relationship or logical drawing before starting the project. So this is what we have doing here, that logical representation we are trying to do with the help of the ER model. Logical representation is very important word here. You can see that suppose the student is the entity. Suppose a student is an entity, a roll number, age, address, contact number become an attributes of this entity, and whole becoming this is what entity type we are going to see, or schema. Why schema? In my previous video I have said that why schema, because student entity will be converted into the table also. So it may become a schema because roll number, age, address and contact number are be the column of the student table. Let's take an example of a student entity, and let us suppose courses is another entity. So what is the relationship in between these two entities here? Of course, student what does with the courses? Student study the courses. So the study is nothing but the relationship in between these two entities, student and courses. Database troubleshooting we are going to do here. ER diagram are used to analyze existing databases to find and resolve problem in logic or deployment. So logical representation, logical troubleshooting we are going to do here. So drawing the diagram should reveal where we are going to be wrong. Whenever we are dealing with the diagram, ER diagram, we can easily find out what are the remedies are there in our project. We can easily found that. So moving forward to relationship, entity relationship diagram, that is ERD, and ERD is a visual representation of different entities within a system and how they relate to each other. For example, the elements, that is entities, writer, novel and consumer may be described using ER diagram, as the following. See here, this is the short ER diagram in which writer, consumer and novel are the entities, and they are related with each other with some relationship here. You can see here, writer creates a novel. Creates is the relationship between the two entities, that is writer and novel, whereas novel buys by the customer. So buy is nothing but a relationship in between the consumer entity and the novel entity. So logical diagram we are trying to represent here. Logically, with the help of diagram we are trying to represent here ER diagram, because it shows us a logical representation that things is not in existence only. You can see here, to draw the ER diagrams, these are some basic symbols and notations here, and these are the standard notation. While drawing the ER diagram, we have to use these notation only. So the square is used to show the entities. Oval shape is used to show the attribute. The diamond shape is used to show the relationship, whereas double line square is used to show the weak entities. Double line oval is used to show the multi-valued attributes, and the double line diamond is used to show weak relationship. I am here exploring more symbols for all of you. You can see here, this is the entity in rectangle or square, you can show it. So this is double line rectangle weak entity, weak entity, relationship, identifying relationship. Here you can see double line diamond. So for oval it is an attribute, and for double line oval it is a multi-valued attribute. This is the key attribute. This may be the key of any table. That's why we are going to underline that attribute. This is the composite attribute. For example, composite attribute example is address. Suppose here is the address. So address having more attributes again, like city, street, pin number. Likewise, address is the composite attribute. So this is the derived attribute shown by dotted oval. So these are the standard symbols. You have to follow them. You have to remember them while drawing the ER diagrams. Now weak entity sets. See here, in previous symbol we have seen that what is weak entity. See here, the entity set which do not have sufficient attributes to form a primary key are known as weak entity sets, and the entity set which have primary key are known as strong entity sets. See, order having lots of attribute, order number, order item name, all that, but for a particular order item may be the different, but they are not more than 2 or 3 attributes for order item. So order item is weak entity set here, whereas order is the entity. A weak entity is an entity that depends on an existence of another entity. In more technical term, it can be defined as an entity that cannot be identified by its own attribute. It uses foreign key to combine with its attribute to form a primary key. An entity like order item is good example of this. So order item will be meaningless without an order. So it depends on existence of order. That's why the order item is weak entity set. Now multi-valued attributes. So subject is here multi-valued attribute. An attribute can have more than one value. It is called as multi-valued attribute. It is important to note that this is different from an attribute having its own attribute. For example, teacher entity can have multiple subject values. So the multi-valued attribute is here subjects. Now see here derived attribute. And derived attribute based on another attribute. This is found relay in ER diagrams. For example, circle, the area can be derived from the radius. As the radius changes, area is also going to be changes. Getting? As student changes, suppose this is the student and student name. As student changes, age can be changed. It means from past date to present date, every day our age is going to be changed. So the age may be derived attribute in some cases. So recursive relationship, in if the same entity participates more than once in a relationship, it is known as a recursive relationship. See, employee doing supervision and doing his job, employee doing the supervision and by doing his job. So the supervision relationship is nothing but a recursive relationship. In the below example, an employee can be a supervisor and be supervised, so there is a recursive relationship. How to draw an ER diagrams? So for drawing the ER diagrams, we must well known about this all the symbols, and you have to keep remember these all symbols for drawing the ER diagram. So below points show how to go and create an ER diagram. First point, identify all the entities into the system. We must have to first find all the entities in our system. An entity should appear only once in particular diagram. Creates a rectangle for all entities and name them properly. The name of the entity should be meaningful. The second point is identify the relationship between the entities. Once you done with the finding of entities, you must have to find out the relationship between all the entities. Connect them using a line and add a diamond in the middle to describe the relationship among two entities. Third point, add the attributes. For each entity, give the meaningful attributes name by showing oval symbol so that they can be understood easily. You can see here student, courses, lecturer, subject are nothing but the entities you can see here. These are the keys for student table, this is the key for course table, this is the key for subject table, this is the derived attribute. Age can be derived attribute, as I just a minute before say. This is the multi-valued attribute, you can say that. So here you can see multi-valued attribute is there. Student address is again attribute in door, street, city, state, pin. Likewise, you can see here a relationship shown by the diamonds. These are the attributes. So this is the key for the lecturer table. This is multi-valued attribute. I hope you understand the basic concept of ER model is, and hope you also understood that why we are going to draw the ER diagram before performing a project. Thank you.